Ja. Okay, hello, Doubles Land. This is Andrew Slater coming from the University Club of Boston, and this is the first quarterfinal in the MFS Boston Pro-Am. The team in black, Leeuw and Luque, against in white, Clarke and Scott Arnold. Eventually I'm going to have Hyett and Malloy tour player commentating with me. At the moment, the team of Clarke and Scott Arnold, very established team, won the Canadian Nationals a couple times. Should be a team to watch in this tournament. Team of Leeuw and Luque, they won a close match last night. Advanced to play
very first thing I've noticed is that Robin and Clarke are just, they're so stable, right? So steady, whereas the black team is all over the place.
It's probably in their best interest because of the tough travel. In Boston, we've experienced very tough weather, high winds, and they've come from Toronto, made it in early, which is good. But first game, they probably just want to keep the ball in play a little bit, just to get used to the court, moving around.
Yep, we did. I did play a pro-am against Robin this afternoon, so I think both of them have been on court.
Did you make him run a lot, Ahmed?
I didn't. My amateur made him run a lot. I think he was trying to get his money's worth and play to him as much as he could.
How'd that work out, that strategy?
We did win. I think he changed gears, though. I told him it wasn't the best idea.
Good. They do want to hear professional advice sometimes.
I mean, this is a good example. So yeah, it's a good example.
Yeah,
one length was super hard, but came flying off the back. The other was a little bit more composed. And
tighter to the wall and the whiff.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
Well, there's the pace. And Robin had to jump out of the way of Luque's cross court, yet came off the back wall and was still okay. So you got to keep your wits about him. Yeah. You got to definitely, when he winds up, you got to be prepared for, to get out of the way. Kind of embarrassing when you get hit when the ball's been hit off the front wall.
Yep.
left.
Okay, Robin Clarke's about to serve.
Is it 8-all? Is that?
8-all.
It's actually a pretty close game. Didn't get that sense. I actually thought that the Robin and Clarke were much steadier, but
there's Clinton. Nice, really tight.
Yep.
Yeah. Medium pace, not too crazy. Just very steady.
Clinton seems to just be sort of going about his business and. It's always nice when you get both guys back there. Half chance.
Probably the longest rally of the match so far.
Did he just roll out a boast? Let's see. Oh, yeah, great shot.
Yeah.
From behind him.
Yeah, it's a last-ditched effort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. We'll start with a hard serve.
There it is. Both those guys are pretty quick. Luque with the dive, and Clinton's just one of the faster guys. See Robin staring him down there. I did not see what happened there. Was that a successful double boast?
It was behind him again, and
I don't even know if it made the front wall. Yeah, it looks like it did. Wow.
Clear winner.
Oh man.
Here's a power tin.
Yeah.
Coming in, 10-all.
That's at least 2.
Okay, so they've lost the serve, and here comes Scott Arnold. He's going to hard serve it as well.
Another winner.
It's a reverse 3-wall. Oh,
it's just a great roll corner.
Yeah, roll.
Yeah. Even without position, he managed to. It's a great shot.
Robin was in front of the tee line.
Yeah.
He's ready for it. It was too good a shot.
And now they're trading winners. Uh-oh.
Unforced error there.
Yeah.
Even though he thought it was going to be a hard serve, it was kind of a change-up.
Yeah, and he went for a boast. Kind of a lucky, tight shot there. But it's ironic. That was the softest one. Softest shot he's hit. And it ends up being a winner.
first game jitters from both teams. He's appealing the get inside here, but I really don't.
I don't know what he's appealing right now.
Yeah, Robin got that ball cleanly, and
it looked like a clean winner. Is he appealing that the ball's broken?
No, maybe.
There's our crowd. Five Leach in the center.
Another match going on in the other court. Looks like maybe with the power of Mr. Luque that we've broken the ball. Yep, we're gonna warm up a new ball.
So 24 points in, huh?
Okay. So here's a question. I have noticed this new batch of balls, even for my medium pace these days, that the ball plays great for the first game and a half, and then mushes down to a little bit. Like back in the Stone Age, we only had, it didn't matter what the score was, we'd always replace the ball after 2 games, and that ensured,
you know what, that's a good idea. I actually think we should probably do that, because this new batch of balls, you're right, it doesn't break, but it breaks like from the inside, and so you have this weird,
down,
and it almost plays, it plays some points broken, and you'll look at it and there's not even a crack in it. Personally, I don't like playing, I think a new ball like the first 5 points is just garbage, hacking, squash. But once it's sort of after the first 5 points, it gets great. And then on the flip side, you have what you talked about where you get just a mushy, old, dead ball, and it makes it slows the game down too much.
And it's not good for a shooter, too, because the ball kind of springs up. And so you've got longer rallies, and then it degrades into a bang ball type of match, which no one really wants to play or see.
Yeah, I don't know what they keep doing with the ball. I know that Harrow's been messing around with their version of a ball.
Well, it's you know, you can't get every batch perfectly, and there's a slight variations depending on the temperature of you know, what they got the rubber up to, and sometimes it's
I think
glue.
Last year was a really good batch.
Yes.
Last year we had a really good. There was one season where I remember breaking a ball in the warm-up.
And that wasn't because of your extreme heat that you applied to the
I
ball.
don't think I've ever been known for hitting the ball that hard. And I can't remember who I was playing with, but we weren't cranking it. The other team might have been, but to break a ball in the warm-up's pretty, I mean, you're going to be in for a long day.
So that was a good appeal by Clinton in that the ball ended up being broken. So
replay that point.
And Scott Arnold is quite prepared to give it a few hard hits here.
Well, with a new ball, actually, it's really difficult to do anything but bang it and hope to get
Clinton completely back foot hit a winner roll. So team in black is up by 1 point, much to everyone's surprise. And there's an attempted dive, but a shot from Robin Clarke. Very nice feather drop.
And what set that up was the feed by Luque. Just a poor. Did you see that? He chipped in a really
came out right into the middle, and he really had a vast array of choices he could have played.
I think he's going to get a lot.
Yeah, he's going to get the lot.
Oh,
there's another good length.
Standard
squash, not too exciting, but he used his body and moved Robin Clarke out of the way and just hit like a medium
the 4th winner
pace.
For him.
Yeah.
At least that I can count. 4 winners, maybe 1 error.
Squash 101.
It's game ball.
Ooh, it could be a let point situation here. He hit it right back to himself, didn't get out of the way.
So Clinton with 4 winners, and Luque easily has 4 errors.
Okay, this is game point for both teams.
Oh.
They changed the rules a few years ago where... Uh-oh.
Oh, they won the point, but he's appealing the serve. And they're both going to say the serve is good? So it was actually really tough to see. I thought the serve was a fault. And yep, they're playing a fault.
Okay, so second serve. So he's got to make sure he keeps it in. Oh,
nope, didn't make it.
Good dig by Rob Clarke.
And those are the scary ones. You gotta play
with Aaron's pace.
But you don't want to give him the whole wall.
Yeah, it's like bullfighting. You want to make it a good show and take one for the team. And there it goes.
Into the ambitious shot.
Front side into the neck, from the back of the court. Excellent game-winning shot by Scott Arnold, and that's the first game to Robin Clarke, Scott Arnold, and we're going to have 90 seconds in between games.
One game to love. Leeuw.
Ready to go for game 2. Scott Arnold to serve. Hamed's back. Did you happen to hear the buzz in the crowd about that last point?
No, everyone's watching the. Well, they were at least in between games watching the other match. But I think, man, that last game. I mean, that's defeating. To be up. Were they up 2 game balls?
Yes. And to like a let point.
Yeah.
To lose on a let point and from the back of the court. At least Scott Arnold went for it. They didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't lose the game on an error or a loose ball or something.
So if I'm Arnold and Clarke, I'm playing almost everything to Luque because he had 5 or 6 errors and Clinton had 5 or 6 winners. And Luque at the tail end of that game got a stroke on himself, hit a poor shot up front that ended in a winner. It just seemed to be the more nervous of the two.
Yeah. Now I just noticed something here. Like when I used to referee, I used to call a lot of foot faults because some of the biggest offenders of that were Gary Waite because he could stride in the ball and hit it way too hard. And Clive Leach once in a while too, because he's got good power off the front surface. So Aaron wasn't even positioned in the quarter circle. So
yeah, it doesn't get called too often. It probably should. I mean,
yeah, because if it isn't,
I mean, it is a rule.
Yeah, well, not only that, if you're a power hitter and you let the guy actually take a couple of extra feet to the front wall for the hard serve, then it's a big advantage, especially for Aaron here.
Oh yeah, he's not even.
He's not
Which
even
is like
close to being complete.
I don't get it. It's like step 1. Yeah, he's not. He ran through that shot.
Yeah, if you get called on it as a junior or even first couple times you play as a professional, then it doesn't happen anymore.
Sort of part of your routine as you're getting ready, set for the point, right? I mean, you make sure you're in the box. But yeah, Leach, I don't even know if he ever has his foot down when he's serving. So it's difficult.
That's
true. That was a great shot. Tough angle too. Nice shot.
Right side.
You know what? That's Luque's ball. I mean, I know Clinton was there, but he's got to push up in the court a little bit more. He's hanging back.
If he puts his partner We call it hanging the partner out to dry.
Yeah.
You got to be able to cover up front if you make that error of hitting a loose ball. So
Come in, 3-2.
Scott Arnold back serving for his team. Looks like
They slowed it down a bit.
what? Yeah.
That was a good angle.
Yeah, that's tough. That was going into the nick, and Robin really had to attempt to short hop that, but to no avail. So we're tied 3-3.
That's 2 racket errors on.
In the old days, bad old days, somebody like Jamie Bentley would have wound up and drilled Scott Arnold for that serve.
I don't even think he knew the serve was coming. I think that's why he didn't move.
Yeah. So they've
So in this game
got to
we
work
have-
as a team, because
4-3.
it's really awful if you hang your partner out to dry and he gets drilled in the back. And he should really have. Luque should really, with that type of power, should really assert himself. You know, for getting as much of a position as he can. That's probably going to be a let point.
5-3.
Just
He doesn't even know where the ball is.
yeah, he got up right when Scott Arnold was about to hit the ball. So, yeah, there we go. Point to Clarke and Arnold. Oh, look at that.
That's a weird shot.
Dead Nick.
No, I don't think it. Nick, I think it was like a roll corner.
Roll. Well, that's good. You know, he can play that off the power, where Robin Clarke has to back up and respect the power, and then if he can roll that corner in that tightly, then that's a good shot to fire once in a while. Keep him honest.
Questionable. They're going to let him play on.
Yeah, I think what confused Clinton was that Robin hit the floor with his racket and then hit the ball, so it looks awkward. But I think he got it.
Good.
Leach.
Clive
Leach
Leach is a referee. He's a very experienced doubles player.
Left. 4-6. 4-6.
So Clinton's been slowing it down.
Yeah,
He's just trying to win that cross-court battle. See, both of them trying to get position on each other.
do you think, Hamed, he's trying to get his partner, Aaron Luque, to maybe see a few more balls so he can tee it up, rather than going straight down the wall to Robin Clarke?
Yeah, I think he's also. So he was the difference in the. Even though they lost the game, he was by far the better player. And this game, he's already had 2 tins, and I think he's just trying to get himself back in it. He's just trying to get set. And I can't tell if Luque slotted a winner there or if there's a tin.
He was a winner. He's got that little roll corner with a little bit of backspin that Robin Clarke's not picking up. So there we go. That's a good angle. Watch this. Scott Arnold winds up and he hits a really tight angle that comes into Aaron Luque, and he cannot get his racket on it. Just a very strange angle, and that's always the best thing. I always found, since I wasn't the hardest hitter, the fastest guy in the court. In fact, no one accused me of being fast, so I had to think of different ways to mix the ball up. So, thinking yourself as a baseball pitcher and never
tight shot.
hitting the same shot helps, and that is very tight to the wall.
It's a great winner. Not much you can do.
But Scott Arnold showing off the backhand, going back to Aaron Luque. A strange angle really caught him off guard. Robin Clarke's.
No, that was a deep nick. I think he's just mad at himself for not moving up and getting that ball.
7-9. We got some
Clarke and Arnold just play well together as a team.
Yeah,
They move well together, and
they've played a lot of matches together and found early success right off the bat. And
similar styles too. In fact, to me, they look alike.
The Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Okay, equipment check for Aaron Luque.
Coming in.
Luque.
Racket error, yeah.
10-7. 10-7.
He's definitely backed up off his back foot and making errors. Let's see if he can find a way to get in front. See if he can find a way to get in front of these two.
So Clinton got
crazy.
caught. He went hard
11-7.
cross court, but didn't maintain his position. It was good hands by Scott Arnold to go right back at him, and perfect width.
Yep. Breaking right in the service box.
The team in black, you've got Clinton and Aaron trying to figure out, because they've let a few points go here. 11-7 for Scott Arnold and Robin Clarke.
Yeah, if I'm Clinton, I mean, I know Luque just hit a winner, but
off the backhand too.
Yeah.
Backhand.
They need to find a way to be steady. If I'm playing with Clinton, I think, you try to set it up for him to get in front and hit like a reverse or something. He hit a great first game.
Or even body Robin Clarke out of the way and he hit probably 3 or 4 really nice rails, medium pace.
Yeah.
And Robin didn't see it too well and didn't come off the back wall.
The real problem was Luque was just spraying the ball and making errors, and he needs to just be steadier. Oh, that's a nice hold.
Yeah.
Good get. So Clinton's seeing a lot of the balls, but I think if you're Clinton and Luque, you want that. You just, I think he's the guy you want hitting the ball. Rips it, as I say that, on his backhand.
Backhand.
9-11.
Little off-pace drop.
Left side, 9-11.
Scored a 9-11.
Yeah, and I think Robin was probably torn between crossing on that ball and letting him hit it.
Yeah.
And he'll might not make that mistake again. And that if there's a lot of time where Aaron can set up with a backhand from the back, Robin should really be crossing and move up to take away that drop. Wow.
Missed. It was the right shot.
Yeah,
he
had positioning.
Right?
He had Robin Clarke
right
backed
side.
up, and
9-12.
he had the opening.
It's a big difference,
the right shot.
10-11 versus 12-9.
Yeah.
That was a big point.
Yeah, exactly. It was, good thought, poor execution.
So they had early success this game with some heat at Robin. They had a couple good breakers, and they've kind of gone away from that.
Clinton had an opportunity there to maybe hit a drop shot, but since they're down 3 points, he elected not to go for it, just play a safe lob to keep the rally going. Wait for another opportunity.
Good gets all around. It's a good point. A lot of scrambling. Really hung out in front.
Yeah, so Aaron Luque drops his racket in disgust because he's just trying to get the balls back, and he kept setting Scott Arnold up to rip it, and he finally passed.
He was probably
Leeuw with a cross
15
court.
paces in front of the service line. I don't know what, he was way up there. Practically touched the front wall.
Game ball.
Yeah, he's hung out. I mean, there's positioning, and then there's out of position too far up front. I think he's gone a little too far up front. Oh, and there it is.
There's the heat.
Yeah, and you know what? He's won 3
14-10.
points this game that way.
Right side. Right.
If you're Clinton, you're telling him to just do that.
Yeah, just be about waist high, in between the waist and the
14-10.
knees, just so that if it goes by him, it's not going to come out the back wall. Give his partner Scott Arnold a chance to retrieve it off the back wall, but that's some serious heat.
Yeah, you don't want to get into the pattern of having your partner take
Okay,
those.
that ball hit Clinton Leeuw on the way to the front wall. So the rules of squash doubles is that is going to be a let. So we're going to replay the point.
And that's
14-10.
understandable. I mean, that was one of those where you kind of got to play it, and it's soft enough.
Yeah, if you ask for a let, you might not
have
get
got
it.
Yeah.
So you got to play it, and all he was doing was lobbing it back.
11-14.
He's respecting the heat from Aaron. And there's the big hard serve.
And another good spot. Did he get another area? Almost. We certainly set it up.
Asking whether it might have hit the ceiling.
But that was another great spot by Luque on his cross court. I feel
Here
like
comes the heat.
he should just find that. Almost repay the favor, and I think that dumped into the tin.
Left.
Yeah,
12-14.
Scott Arnold, rare unforced error there.
So another close game. This is
comes
the
the
score
heat.
that
Comes the
score
hard
that Team
serve.
Black had, and they were able to. They managed to lose from.
Nice dive, gets the ball, and goes up into the rafters.
Yeah. Couldn't make the front wall. So that's game number 2.
Still a close match. A few unforced errors. We're back for the start of Game 3. Robin Clarke, who's out of the Toronto Cricket Club, and his partner Scott Arnold, who is Australian, is the head squash pro at the Toronto Racket Club. And Clinton Leeuw is based out of New York City, and His partner, Aaron Luque, is from Atlanta. Arnold to serve. Love all.
Robin Clarke and Arnold to see their in-between game discussion, but I was trying to see what Team Black's new strategy was going to be. I don't think there's a whole lot you can, I mean, they played both games pretty well. The difference was errors. So in the first game, Luque made too many errors. In the second game, it seemed like Clinton was a bit out of sorts.
And you'll notice that up until that last shot, Robin Clarke had position on Clinton Leeuw. So Aaron's either got to back Robin up with the heat or go over his head, which I'm not sure whether he's got that in this game.
And it makes such a difference because they're taller than you, and it just makes it difficult to see the ball.
So Clinton went for that ball, and it hit the floor and then hit the front wall. So they've lost the point, but they're questioning the vitality of the ball here.
I think it hit the crack and just had weird spin on it. And now, so Aaron, I like him going with that cross court, even if, you know, Clarke is picking it up, or Arnold rather. But at least he's getting guys behind him. That was the first real good length I feel like they had. You really got to get those guys behind you.
Yeah, that's going to be a let, even though, you know, Clinton had good position on him.
So if I'm...
Here comes the, yeah, he's selecting to, that's trouble where you just get it back and you set your opponent up here.
If I'm the black team, all I want to do is get these guys behind me to start.
Yeah, exactly. Move it around the court and make sure it doesn't bounce in front of the tee line.
Clinton takes it in.
Yeah,
it's
he's got
good
set
ball.
up,
Set up by
little
Luque.
roll.
It's a nice shot. Set up by Aaron's Heat.
Yeah, on his hard serve, Robin's seen the same hard serve about 10
and it's
times
just, there's
now.
no angle on it. It's not like
okay, he's coming around.
It's really just not putting. It's not putting him under any stress, right? There's no duress that maybe this is going to hit the crack. Nice Philly.
Okay.
Rarely ends in a winner.
He went for the nick. Ball bounced up, so we're continuing to find position here.
Oh,
that could be a let point. Yeah.
Ah, and he had a perfect tee ball.
Yeah.
Stroke.
Ah, I mean, if any ball you take cross court, it's that one.
Exactly. Yeah.
He had a perfect tee ball, standing at the service line, able to step into it. Wow, that was just a mental mistake.
1-2 left. 1-2.
I'm not a big fan of giving out let points in doubles unless it's blatantly obvious. That one, I think Arnold sold it very well, but if you look at where the ball actually was bouncing, you know, it's 50-50. Depends on your angle. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a let point, but I think they're playing a let.
Yeah. They are playing a let, was overruled much to Clarke and Arnold's chagrin.
Two all.
That ball got behind Robin Clarke, and he kind of flicked it into the tin. So good cross court.
I'm not sure the dive helps him more than like a lunge, but
coming in.
He seems to be pretty good at it because he does it over and over and gets up right away.
Yeah, and he like the old-time divers like myself, hurts more as you get older, but you generally want to roll a little bit to hit your hip as opposed to
that one seemed pretty soft.
Down. Yeah, that was a pretty good dive.
3-2.
Except he didn't get the ball.
He didn't get the exactly.
So as far as dives go, I think he's 0 for 4. He's gotten 2 strokes, and
maybe he's playing for the audience here.
For a new sponsor, he's gonna be the amazing flying.
Very strange. Clinton getting a little frustrated here. Went for a winner off the serve. and gently hit it into the tin. Three-wall boast by Scott Arnold.
5-2.
Clinton was there, and he's upset because he knew he was there, and he hit the frame of his racket. I'm going to play a let.
Do you have any prediction for this game?
Well, it's all going towards Robin Clarke and Scott Arnold.
I haven't seen any change in game plan for either team, so I don't see why the outcome is going to be any different.
Yeah, if I were the team in black, if I were the team in black, I'd be trying to keep the ball in play a little bit more, and really only going for things when they've set it up. And look at that, a little loose
Missed
by
it.
Scott Arnold, hit the top of the tin on a.
But Luque should have lobbed it. Instead, he tried to power it right back, and he was lucky that that ended in the Arnold stuck on the top of the tin. But those guys, yeah, they need to, you're right, they need to extend the point, get in front, and just move the ball smarter.
Yeah, the worst they can do is figure, okay, we're losing, and we're going to try shooting at every opportunity, even when we're out of position. So
maybe pick one guy and go at him and just be like, we're going to hit everything.
And try and extend it to 5 games and hope he either gets A, injured, or B, runs out of gas.
Or just find, you know, you don't think that far ahead. You just try to find something constructive to do for the next couple points, because they don't seem like they have any answer. I mean, hitting it as hard as you can straight against these guys is not
good rackets, and he's got to, I think, mix it up with a different angle.
All right, well, that's a positive note. He's 1 for 5 on the dive
a long
now.
rally, too.
Yeah.
Long rally.
What do you think? They're going to have another broken ball?
I think the ball nicked out at the back.
Yeah, I think it hit the door.
Now, yeah, we need if you have a house rule of hitting the seam of the door or the handle, you've got to declare it before the match, and usually you play the court unless it's really off kilter.
I think the SDAs always play in the court, and that was I think
very unfortunate for a team in black that had a long rally and then got a bad break at the back of the court.
Coming in, 4-7. 4-7.
But they're back in serving here at 4-7.
What do you think?
Probably a hard serve, yeah.
That was his best hard serve. At least it had a chance of hitting.
Yeah, and it was pretty tight to the side wall too. So
finally starting to see some positive signs from the team in black, putting together long rallies, serving better. Luque's 1 for 5 on his dive now. Maybe he'll get into it.
For a second, I was like, it wasn't me.
another long rally. Some good gets. And that is a backhand drop winner.
Great shot. Kind of caught him flat-footed. Clinton has that ability. I think just a shame that first game he played so well and had so much to build on.
And they got no reward for it. Yeah, 1 point loss in that first game.
And then he kind of lost his way in the second game, and let's see if he can, because he's got that ability. He's quick, he can hit it hard, he's got good hands. This is his first full season. I don't think he played much last year. He's been playing a lot. Based in New York, plays up in Nyack. And the tour has a bit of a shortage of left wallers. Luque, I don't know where he's going.
Yeah,
he was ending up on the left side. When in doubt, run to your own wall.
Yeah,
not the center of the court.
We're
That's
going to
not
play a
what-
let there.
I think you've learned the hard way before. When you end up in the center of the court, what happens?
Oh, deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
You take one for the team.
Yeah, not from your teammate though. You don't want that. Guessing hard
That
serve.
has been known to happen.
See, it's up there, which is a shame that he doesn't have any touch because he's up there and everyone knows he's going to crank it, so they just take a step or two back.
And that one he kind of faked a drop and then hit it medium, and Robin Clarke really just took it and bunted it up in the air. Wasn't too afraid of.
But that's where you want a
the
little
angle.
bit of touch to just be able to keep guys honest.
Little Philadelphia from Robin Clarke at the front of the court.
And they just seem like they're just taking one step to the ball. They're tall. They got good position. It seems like they're hardly ever on any stress movement.
Yeah, they don't do anything silly where they hit a loose ball that gets their team in a bad position.
And they just
So
have good positioning.
we're going to play a let there, and I think Clarke and Arnold wanted the team in black to play the ball since they had pretty good position, but we're just going to play a let.
A nice shot.
Good get by Aaron Luque.
It's a good ball too. So the quality of these last couple points have been better from both teams.
Much better.
We've had long rallies, and then Luque hit the tin again, but
Yeah.
the quality's been better.
Coming in.
Both guys have been, both teams have been doing a good job of trying to establish position, and I just feel like the shot selection has been better. So a little regrouping down 4.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron Luque very disappointed because he had the setup and drilled it into the tin.
Yeah, and if all you do is hit it hard, you gotta
Just you choose a crazy angle and hit it hard. You know, give yourself a foot margin of error, and you know, if they get it back, great. But at least you haven't lost the point.
And that might be the 3rd or 4th one this match that Clinton's rolled.
Yeah, nice backspin, and Robin is not picking that up. I think it's
tough
very
to see,
deceptive.
right?
Yeah, very deceptive shot by Clinton Wu.
Because he's got good power, so you're respecting that, and then he just sort of takes a half swing. That's a tight ball. Good lob. Now Aaron, all right, took something off that one.
Longer rally here.
Another winner by Clinton, I think,
Great
right
shot.
down the, yeah.
7-9.
Backhand
Good
drop,
position.
takes the pace off of it, punches it down for a winner.
He's finding his form. That's a good serve, finally. It's those serves that you're not sure whether you should volley.
Yeah, it was
or,
a foot. What's interesting, it's a foot fault.
Was
so
it? I didn't see that.
If
that can't
Robin
be appealed,
Clarke
though. I
and
think
Scott,
the head
yeah,
center
but
official has to call that.
what you do is that you draw attention to it.
Yeah.
Like right before he serves, so that the referee's looking at it, and it's called once, and then you're thinking about,
Yeah.
I put in a good hard serve, and now I've got to lob in a second serve to be safe. You know, takes a huge weapon away from Aaron Luque, who's got a great hard serve.
It's funny to me that Robin's going up and down the wall with Clinton, who's actually playing really well.
Yeah, I think it's more a defensive thing where you're taught in squash, if you're not sure what to do, just hit it high and tight to the wall and regroup.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not going. That Luque is a little more error prone. And both of them are happy to do it. And I feel like, at least this game, Clinton's got the better.
Maybe they feel the pressure from Aaron's heat.
Oh, wow.
That's
a nice slot.
Yeah, backhand front side nick winner from Robin Clarke. Clinton Leeuw, maybe he's got a broken string.
Got a nice crowd out there.
Yep.
On a chilly 7 degrees out, something like that. Warm in here though.
Yeah,
The beer's cold, the weather's
7
warm.
degrees
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
7, yeah.
Yeah, good spring day in Canada where these guys live.
Yeah, that's true. These are the only 2 Canadians to make the draw. We had Victor Berg, I think,
He couldn't make it from
Vancouver.
British Columbia.
Yeah, and Freddie
Seven
Reed.
Fred
left.
Reed couldn't make it from Toronto. I'm surprised that Fred couldn't make it because these two guys.
And Johnny was in Toronto.
Left.
And he
7-10.
made it, but I
7-10.
think he changed his flight and came down early on Wednesday. So the snowstorm came at a particularly bad time, especially for me as I was playing with Freddie.
Exactly, and to be quite honest, some of these teams got a big break.
Oh yeah, huge break.
And so they have, some of the teams in the draw have a huge opportunity to make some half decent money and some points that last for a whole year. And to the chagrin of some of the players who couldn't make it this week.
Yeah, our draw kept getting better as guys got injured and drop out, and it kept getting better and better until it got really bad when Freddie couldn't make it. So
yeah, this is one of the biggest tournaments of the year. The last tournament, the Briggs Cup, is the biggest tournament of the year, and this one's one of the top tournaments as well. So, back-to-back big tournaments, and this one was certainly affected by the weather.
Good Philly.
We're going to play a let there. In the old days,
7-10 left.
you had Clinton Leeuw out of position, and you would play that just straight down the wall. And if you hit him, you play a let. So you do that once, and then it behooves the player to give you even more room.
Ah, no, bad 10.
He knows it too. Look at the body language.
I mean,
there.
but
looking at the floor, and
as someone who likes to shoot, there's nothing worse than hitting a tin on a ball that wasn't going to be a winner anyway. If you're going to hit a tin, at least have it be on something that you could have maybe gotten a point for if you executed it. And so that, going down the wall with just an average rail and not being able to hit it.
So this is great play by Clinton. He
Yeah.
backs him out with the body,
7-8.
and then hits once.
Perfectly
we've seen
legal
about
play,
5
yeah.
or 6 of those.
Yeah.
Where it's,
I mean, that's the whole point, is you get in good position. Uh-oh, 1 for 6 on the dive.
yeah, it was too good a shot.
He's really good at
Scott
diving,
Arnold.
though. I mean,
12-8.
Yeah, maybe in 20 years we'll talk to him about his diving and see whether he's got new body parts on him.
we got the fans are commentating on the replay, seeing the dive on replay here. It's a crowd pleaser.
12-8.
Do you remember the old
12-8.
wrestler? Wasn't there an old wrestler that was always flying through the air? What was his nickname? We need to give Luque. He needs to have like a wrestler nickname for someone that flies through the air. It's like
Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Yeah, Superfly Snookum. That's what I was thinking of. So Aaron Superfly Luque.
See whether he'll take to that.
He would go on the top ropes, right? And he was a little guy, and he would just wonder where he is now. Superfly, that's a good memory.
I hate to tell you.
He's probably not with us, right?
He's not with us.
He's flying around in
Huge
wrestling
attrition
heaven.
in wrestling,
yeah.
And look at this
That
inside-out
was a
drop
beautiful
shot
shot.
by Rob Clarke. He had position
Still on the wall.
him and just delicately carved it along the wall there.
I think it's going to take a miracle, but some positive signs. I mean, there were shades where Clinton played really well. Luque for a period in the second game started to put a couple points together, but I just think it was just too sloppy for.
Yeah, you go against an established team
these
like
Arnold
this,
and Clarke.
you
They
can't
need to be
afford
on.
to make any errors. And then look at that, Robin Clarke, confidence with the points, and that's the end of the match. 3 games to love for Robin Clarke, Scott Arnold, 15-14, 15-12, 15-8. Good showing. They got out of there in 3 games. I like their chances in the next match because
So who do we have next at 8:30 on this court? Do you know?
It's not me. It's this one.
We got Bassett and our mic still on? Yeah, we're still live. So coming up next, we got Raj Nanda, Bernardo Samper against Graham Bassett and John Roberts. I didn't see the match, but I think I heard that Graham and John.
Point.
Yeah, one point, and then I heard it was a frame winner.
drop.
Yeah,
Frame drop.
which is, I mean, let's be honest, that's 90% of Graham's winners, right? So
People used to accuse me of hitting all my shots like that, but I strung my racket at 40 pounds, so I said it's just the racket string.
you're the only one I know that strings it tighter than me. I do mine at 36. That's 40s. You
yeah,
must have broken a lot of rackets that way.
Yeah, luckily I didn't hit it all that hard. You know, full swing, and the ball went nowhere but it went into the neck.
These replays are great. All right, so we'll be back with that next match. Should be a pretty good one. Bernardo and Raj.
Yeah, like I said, opportunity for some teams to make a semifinal, taking advantage of the bad weather in Boston.
Be with you soon.
See you soon.
Hate to do this, boys, but I don't think you guys can all wear white. I mean, you're supposed to wear different colored shirts. I just know Graham's going to say something, so I figured I might as well get it out of the way. Do you guys have any other colors? All right, well, let it be known that I at least said something.
Okay, doubles fans, this is the third quarterfinal match of the 2018 MFS Pro-Am doubles tournament in Boston at the University Club of Boston. In black shorts on the court, warming up at the moment, we have Leach and Bamber. He's James Bamber is also English. I know Clive Leach is an Aston Villa fan, and most people have seen Clive Leach on the right wall for all of his career, but when you have an opportunity to bring a young, fast, shot-making James Bamber into the fold, you want to play with him any way you can. Their opponents tonight are University Club of Boston members. Both have played quite a number of pro matches in their time. We've got John Hyett, originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey, and Patrick Malloy, who grew up here at the University Club of Boston. And they successfully qualified and won their first round match. You see stepping into the screen is Aaron Luque. He's going to be the referee for this match. Be interesting to see Clive Leach play the left wall. He was a top 50 singles player in his day and took to the game of doubles to the point where he's won many of the larger tournaments. The Kellner Cup winner with Blair Horler of New Zealand. He's won the World Cup of Doubles, partnering with his countryman John Russell of England, and they defeated the #1 team in the world at the time, David Mudge and Ben Gould of Australia. Huge crowd despite the poor weather. Here we got a look at the crowd there. Big anticipation for this match with the two University Club members playing. Hamid Advari is with me, tour player. He's won the Pro-Am division a few times.
Times, actually, to be exact.
Played here 17 times.
I love this event.
In white, Malloy
How
and
many times have you won
Hyett
this
in
event?
black.
I've won the Pro-Am. I
Black
won the
team
first
to
initial
serve.
one. But
The very
Love
first
all.
one, huh?
very first one.
1903.
Yeah, exactly.
What year was that?
1903, yeah. That was actually 1904. Okay, looks like the team in black.
Starts out with a let.
Love up.
John Hyett serving, hard serve to Clive Leach. As I've said before, we usually see him on the right wall.
Yeah, his first year he's playing the left. He says he likes it. Honestly, you could probably put him out there by himself. He's so good.
Yeah, a lot of Pro-Ams he plays 90% of the court, so he's played a lot of left wall in Pro-Ams, and he's
so good.
And he's
Wow,
not
look at
only
him
the
move.
oldest player on tour, but
Yeah.
he's
One love.
definitely still a strong player.
He's so good. I give him a lot of grief for being. I always ask him if this is the senior tour. He does play nationals at an age group, which is pretty funny. I think he should get grief for that. But honestly, yeah, on the right wall, he's just incredible. He hits the ball so solid. Everything with a
very
purpose.
smart player.
Yeah, very
he,
smart.
He
He's
can
been
lob
playing-
it. He can soft drop it. He can play a power game. It really depends on.
Look at that shot. He's
Yeah.
been on the tour since I think 2000.
1-0.
And he just slots
Yeah,
next.
his first tour managed to sneak a few matches out against him. His first tour, but luckily I didn't have to play him too many times after that. As I said before, he's an Aston Villa fan. Very happy that John Terry, the former captain of Chelsea Football Club, is now with Aston Villa, helping the young kids along. Went over there for the Christmas break. And
2-1.
He also has the ability. I mean, not that he's a little guy, but he's certainly not a big guy. And he's one of the harder hitters.
yes,
He also has such a small, compact
Down.
swing. It's really impressive. Even on his
3-1.
backhand, he takes no
yeah,
backswing.
very good technique to
Just
generate
generates a
that power.
ton of pace. So Bamber, another first year, he generates a lot of pace. Ours is a
3-2.
bigger swing.
Ironically, with this matchup, Patrick Malloy, who's played many a pro tour match, he's always played the right wall, and this is his first turn. He's forced to play the left wall because of the fact that John Hyett is a much, much better right wall player than the left wall player, and they have the pace and speed to stay in there with the pros, and they've been practicing a lot this way. So Patrick's not going to give you a lot of winners, although I think the crowd went wild there because they saw a backhand winner from Patrick. And he's played a lot of doubles, so he knows all the angles. And his claim to fame, I guess, is playing for Trinity
Out of court.
singles
4-2.
team, and very, very fast player. Clive Leach about to serve. Definite foot fault.
Second
I'm not
serve.
sure whether any feet were actually touching the floor when he made contact with the ball.
I think we should keep stats because the other thing Clive is known for is the amount of first serve faults that Clive had. I mean, he honestly
5-2.
must fault 75% of the time on his
Do you
first
think
serve.
that's because he's going for a strange angle, or do you think that he wants to maybe slow the game down a little bit where he can last, into the fifth game sometimes? Or do you think there's a purpose to why he faults so much in the first serve?
I do. I'll tell a quick story. He was playing in the finals of an O'Reilly, which is at the University Club in New York.
Yes.
And the entire match, he hit the same first serve fault, which was that serve that he hit from the right box to the left that went down the center line, that hard serve.
Inside out.
Inside out, and he did it the entire match, and it was 14-all in the fifth game, double match ball, and it was his serve, and you were just expecting him to sort of do the same inside-out serve, and he fired it right into Ryan O'Connell's butt, just straight to win the match. And everybody was expecting him to just, you know.
3-5 coming in.
So he had a pattern where for an hour and a half he had a first serve fall 75% of the time and just caught everyone by surprise.
Wily veteran.
So we called it probably the most expensive butt ball in squash, given how much is on the line at those O'Reillys. So I always think that when I'm on court with him, I kind of feel like he doesn't have a purpose. I don't know why he does it, but I think there's a method to his madness.
Well, it certainly gets the opponent's feet moving, and they're probably not used to receiving that serve all the time, so that they're not too sure what to do with the ball. So your average lob serve against the sidewall, a little too pedantic for Mr. Leach.
Half chance. Yeah, just going up and down. Wow, actually Malloy's winning that rail battle. And then, was that a roll corner? Going for a straight drop, scored it out.
Yeah, I think it was a side front. I think James Bamber was out of the play there for a little bit and didn't see it coming. But, you know, Patrick on the left wall is going to play that singles game more of the time. When he plays right wall, he hits a lot of around the world and crazy angles, and it doesn't go for a lot of shots, but he certainly moves the ball around. I don't think with Patrick and Clive Leach going down the wall, we're going to see too many, you know, a huge advantage for either one. They're just going down the wall to play it safe, and I think that when they go cross court, that's where we're going to see some action.
Nice tight shot. Appealing it, and that's gonna
out of court.
Clive is also very happy to just lob all day long.
7-6.
He's happy staying out there for an hour and a half.
Yeah, he's got a good lob, but he's getting a little frustrated because there was an easy ball that he put out.
There's a good angle of his foot.
And
let's see.
You know, the singles player and the way that Patrick plays singles.
It was in.
You got to play that.
Was it down?
I think they were saying it was down on the front wall.
What's the call?
it was actually out on
I thought
both
it was
sides.
good. Ball's good.
Oh.
We both said it was good.
He's won the point. They're saying that they're in on both
8-6.
sides, but that was a little mistake on Mr. Hyett's part for not playing the ball, or at least calling a let.
We both said it was good.
You can't just assume until the referee says that it's a fault. You got to play to the whistle. And there's a hard serve by Clive Leach.
I mean, that's why we have a three-man system, so that it's not just me.
I don't think the power is going to bother him at all.
No.
And I think he's getting frustrated because this was
7-8.
a very high drop shot. And just ended up
you have
very
to have a
tight
majority
wall.
for the call.
So. Some experience on that wall, maybe, I guess.
And I think the guys in black, too, might think, you know, Clive is in his mid-40s now. And they might think, you know, if we just play.
Look at that.
I told him he was the best 50-year-old player in the world.
7-9.
And
he's certainly that.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite 50, but
no, I'm saying, but he would be the best 50-year-old. No, he's I think he's 44. I think playing with the youngest guy on tour.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is power and it's tight.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And it's not overhit. Perfectly placed.
10-7.
Yeah. So I think if I were the team in black, I would think, you know what? Clive Leach is playing on the left wall for the first time this season.
10-8.
You know what? He's just thrown up. That's his second, at least his second, maybe his third error.
They might say, you know what? Let's try and go 5 games and play like singles with him and hope for the best. Until James Bamber starts making errors, there's no reason really to, at this point, go over to Clive Leach.
Oh, perfect length.
Yeah, and Patrick Malloy had to play it off the back wall to keep it in play.
Wow, great drop.
And they've switched walls here, covering for each other, and they're gonna. There's Clive Leach just
gonna keep
gentle lobs to John Hyett.
He does the same thing on the right. He's got a great lob. He does like to play it all. He looks like he's playing a pro-am out there.
Not
Yeah, I
up.
think that caught the tin.
I think so
9-10.
too. Body language is
Yeah.
that John Hyett was there to pounce. If it didn't nick, he was going to blast it. And Clive Leach tried to caress a 3-wall in there and just clip the top of the tin. Long rally here.
Yeah.
And
think the thing to
Sean
do is-
Hyett had a backhand clip
9-11.
the tin on a roll.
I think until proven otherwise, the strategy is to go at Leach.
Yeah, until he starts beating you. Yeah, you don't want to.
And he can do that.
want
Did
to
he
do
slot
that.
that one? That doesn't seem like one
No.
he would miss.
10-11.
Top of the tin.
Really? It's an off day. I mean,
Yeah.
those are his bread and butter. That's a lot of errors for Clive.
You remember these guys had a bye, and Patrick and John Hyett
Yeah.
have played a.
Oh, perfect length.
11 all.
That's a
Left
little
side.
bit of a labored movement, but
Left
it was still a
side.
great shot.
Yeah, good angle, a hold, and then a good width. Didn't come off the back wall. Tied at 11 here.
Oh,
Tight,
that's a great way.
very
And out.
tight ball.
Those always feel good. You
Look
didn't
how
have to
tight
do
that
all
that.
is, and you're
perfect.
just trying to pick that off, and it never came off the wall.
That's a great way to win a point. I think that's 2 Bambers, 1 there. Leach, very experienced.
Goes through the middle.
Yeah.
13,
And
11.
John Hyett
Perfect
tries
spot.
to go around the back.
He knew he was caught. His movement was caught up front. It was a good spot.
No, not up, not up, not up.
Yeah, I think
It's down.
John
weird
Hyett.
happened.
Yeah, James Bamber. I think he hit the
13,
floor with
12.
the ball.
Right
and
side.
There was no call made. There we go. Okay, so it's point to Patrick Malloy and John Hyett. Bamber had plenty of time, but he just hacked it into the floor mysteriously.
It's actually interesting. I don't know if some of the viewers watched the last match and watched Aaron Luque serve. I mean, if anybody serves well, it's Leach on that first serve hard.
Yeah,
serve.
he keeps
14,
guessing.
12,
Yeah.
game ball.
And then I think he just hit a reverse Bose winner, so he's coming
Yeah,
to life.
off the return. So
Yeah.
here we go. So he doesn't give you the standard look, so you have to always be on your toes when he's serving.
Oh, racket error to end the game.
Yeah, with
All
and
right,
this is-
wide
this
leads,
is-
1 game to
This
love.
is, this is a tough ball, but this is
Yeah.
also the inexperience of Patrick
Yeah.
Malloy on that left wall. He,
His feet were still moving as he was trying to make a play at that ball.
Good width though. I mean,
Back in 90 seconds. other court had a 15-14 first game. Apparently Raj Nanda hit a frame winner.
Seems to be
yeah, against Graham, who had a frame winner to win.
Leach, 1 game to love.
15-14.
You win and die by the
Ball.
sword, or the frame winner these days. Okay, we're back for game 2, and Clive Leach
thank
and
you.
James Bamber had 1 love, and I overheard the Malloy Hyett team discussing their strategy, and they're going to keep up with the strategy. Is that they're going to try and keep this team deep and just wait for an opportunity to use their power up front.
That's a good shot.
They're going to try and stay patient, which I think is probably the best strategy at this point.
I do think they should. I mean, look, Leach is the best player on court by far, but I would still go at him just because, you know, he's uncomfortable on that wall.
One
The
love.
other thing too is, Ahmed, you play mainly right wall. I still, right? So same with me. It's very, very difficult to pick on a forehand.
That's
So,
true. Yeah.
Because you can always power your way out of
One off.
trouble if people are picking on you, and if you're a backhand and you're
There's
struggling,
so much more footwork on the left wall.
Yeah, exactly.
I play it
you're
from time to
seeing
time,
a lot of
yeah.
you're seeing a lot of balls, and you can't power your way out. If
And-
you're lefty, huge advantage. You can power your way out, but
Yeah.
not when
1-2.
you're a left wall player that's right-handed. So
And it's
Patrick
just
Malloy
different
is
looks
serving.
and different angles. Even if you were, you know, a righty, even if you were a lefty, having to just play a different wall is just weird, right? If you're a lefty used to playing the right wall, which actually doesn't exist.
Well, there's only one player in the history who's ever won or come close. Won several
2
tournaments
all.
as a lefty on the right wall is Michael Pernack from Toronto, and that's because his stroke on the back end is way better than his forehand. If anyone's seen Michael Pernack hit a forehand,
So he actually played a pro tournament on the right wall.
Still good.
won Denver with Mr. Gary Waite. We call Mr. Waite Dr. Frankenstein
2 all.
for that. And he played on tour with 2 lefties played with each other, Todd Binns and Michael Pernack, and they did very well. So here we got Clive Leach and Patrick Malloy just going up and down the left wall. And
Oh, and there's a nice.
and
Clive's going to find it. I think
Clive hit
Hand out.
a very nice 3-wall
3-2.
winner.
he had a previous forehand error in the front end. He's actually, you know, Clive's a great shooter. He doesn't make too many errors, even though he shoots a decent amount. He's very smart with when he does it. You know, he's one of the best players on tour. He's certainly, in my opinion, the best player on court.
4-2.
I think it's a treat to watch him shoot.
So we just saw James Bamber assert himself there. He backed John Hyett up and then hit like a very gentle drop into the right. And the same guy goes for a verse
4-3.
and tins it. So
I think he's
Little youth
frustrated
there.
at himself for. I think
Yeah,
it was the
it was
wrong
wide
shot
open.
at the wrong time.
well,
too.
it was wide open for him, and he just hacked it. You know, it was big opportunity. There's another winner from Clive Leach.
Yeah,
and
when you have Leach on your team, I don't
5-3.
think you need to hit any tins. I've never had the pleasure to play with him, but he's been around for a while. I just think he's going to take over. So that's driving length. That was not
You
a
got
full
lucky
weight of
there,
stroke, yeah. And I mean, Hyett's just buried in the back.
and now
Now they're switching. which is
Well,
never a
well,
good
what
sign.
they're doing is that Patrick he knows his position so well that what he's doing is to try and get John Hyatt's position better. He's calling John
Yeah.
Hyett off.
I think
so
that's
that-
a
Not
smart
up.
play, actually.
Yeah, just to keep Hyett up so that
Yep.
if he gets
Hand
a
out,
short ball, he
4-5.
can run up there and blast it. And Patrick's from the back of the court. He's not going to try anything crazy. He's going to keep it in play, good length, very conservative player.
And there's
There we
the
have, so-
position winner.
Yeah, and James Bamber, look at this. It's just,
4-6.
Simple position winner.
yeah, good backspin. And even though John Hyatt's very fast, he was not in any kind of position there to retrieve it. Patrick Malloy, everyone's
Hand
cheering.
out.
Not only is it a chrome crowd, but
5-6.
it's a winner from Patrick on the left wall. It's like a bonus. Coming around. Very dangerous if Clive Leach comes around with his forehand.
Yeah, he hits it pretty big.
Out of court.
Yeah, Patrick Malloy is
5-7.
upset with himself because it was an easy ball you put up into the ceiling. Another reverse winner.
So, to be
Hand
fair,
out,
it was
8-5.
a pretty bad cross court right on his racket, and Bamber's talented.
Patrick's known for his lobbing, and he tried to just hit a medium pace cross court. You can't do that in the pros.
No.
You give any pro medium pace cross court in his wheelhouse, and it's gone for a winner.
It's a good point. Both teams scrambling. I think.
Okay,
back wall
off the back wall, so big trouble. There's the pace, cross court. Bang.
That's all it takes.
Right
that's 9-5.
Yeah, it's so tough on the backhand to get that back.
You know, and Bamber, while he hits it hard, he's certainly not as hard as Luque and some of the other guys. But the difference is where he puts it.
Exactly. He's very accurate, and
5.
probably Clive has schooled him into, listen, if you're going to go cross court, that's where I want you to put it.
Blocked.
Because even if the guy gets it back by a miracle, it's going to set me up for the next shot.
Some good gets by the black team here. And then that's just an easy. That's 3 in a row.
Reverse. So
another position where there's a
okay,
really bad
11-5.
Yeah, I think it was just trying. John Hyett's upset with himself because the simple play was just to pop it up in the air, hit a lob, and he kind of didn't hit a rail, didn't hit a lob, and paid the price. Patrick Malloy lets it go for John Hyett, who just gets it back into play.
Not up.
Okay.
Another error from Bamber.
Yeah.
Left.
He was going for a cross court, Nick. It was.
You know, they're up 11-6, and you figure,
right
okay,
side.
I've hit, 3 reverse winners in a row. Let me try 4.
I think this is going to be a hard fall.
Yeah, you notice that? Clive Leach tonight,
yeah.
it just.
I don't
Second
know
serve.
Next time you play him, that's all. That's what you do, Hamed. This is why,
I try to try to be on the other side of the draw. I've had no luck against him. I don't know if there's anybody else on tour that I've lost to as much as I mean, he's just down that wall on the right side. He has an ability to hit a back wall
What
post.
you're saying
Second
is,
serve.
I hope I hit Hamed and Vari again in the draw.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry to hear that. You need to find something that he gets upset about. Maybe his love life or
Or now that he's
Aston
playing
Villa.
on
You know what? Ask him about Aston Villa and how you like them playing in the championship as opposed to the Premier League. That might get him.
So this is a good scrambling point, both teams, and then just unfortunate.
Oh boy, Patrick Malloy set up for the drop shot and
Left side.
That could not have been a clean hit because I don't think ever in doubles you hit a drop right in the middle of the court there. And I feel like Clive's serving from the same wall twice in a row, but I'm not sure about that. John taking a little bit of space. Pretty good dig. There's a tight ball. Long point. And Bamber just blasting it down the line.
Bamber's got the setup, and
14-6,
he
game
knows
ball.
where to put it. I mean,
so we're at game ball, 14-6. And Clive, 14-6.
Second serve.
I think you just get the serve in.
I think this is
Clinton, what's your call? Clinton.
It's very close. They're calling it a
call?
fault.
All right, yeah, second serve.
But you got to play to the whistle, right? Patrick Malloy should have either called the lead or played it.
I don't think he could play it. I'm not sure exactly where he was expecting it to go, but he was nowhere near it. And John taking, at 14-6 is one of those where you kind of want to give yourself some confidence. I feel like John should go for that cross-court nick. Set something up for next game. The lob's not going to do it. Oh, and Leach, look at that with the soft
free wall.
Game to White.
Look at
White leads 2-1.
He just flicks it. Very talented. Back in 90 seconds.
Okay, we're going to be starting game 3. Black shirts, hometown favorites from the University Club of Boston. We have Patrick Malloy on the left wall and John Hyett on the right wall. They're currently down 0-2 to the very experienced Clive Leach, who is playing left wall for the first time for a year-long stint with young James Bamber, also from England.
Hey, Steve, how you doing? Mr. Wolf, it's good to see you. I don't know. As long as they don't give me a breathalyzer, I'll be all right.
From
all right, White
shooter
leads 2
to
games to
goat in
love all.
matter of 1 game.
Hopefully this will be long in the second, although I think the white team is finding their form a bit.
There's that lob that Clive Leach is employing to try. They're getting it back, but there he. Uh-oh. He had so many things
and
to
out,
do.
1 love.
And the ball just came out at a weird angle, and he hacked it into the tin. Yeah, he's demonstrating how badly he hit that.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, that was a very, very good lob by Clive Leach.
You know, it's not like singles. You
1-0.
don't need to guess. I don't know what Malloy was doing running up to the front. You don't need to guess. You have it's 2 guys. You can sort of hold your position, but
Yeah, especially with 2 guys with exceptional speed in Malloy and Hyett.
I think Bamber's got the right strategy. I mean, he's really keeping Malloy sort of guessing and honest.
There's a
John.
backhand drop winner from John
2-1.
Hyett.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
just a
beauty.
little roll and
Beauty. What do you think
Malloy
he was going
right.
for?
I think he was going for front wall, but
2-1.
we'll take it.
I think he was going for a rail.
So going up and down the left wall for a change here.
Yeah, there's no danger for either team going.
But
See, but that's
Clarke
where
changes
Clarke-
it up.
yeah,
he goes to
does.
his forehand, and he's
And
hit
look
like
what
a whirly bird.
It's not
and
even on the screen anymore.
No,
And that's how out of position they got him.
just from Clive Leach going to his forehand and playing a reverse
And there's that boast.
around the world.
There's that. I mean, it's just
now,
unbelievable. It probably
2-0.
rolled. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, when
Yep.
when that guy when he goes for it, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it'll keep him on tour for another 10 years, I think.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in a walker playing on tour. He's with shots like that.
Yeah, well, he's doing the right thing. He's getting young players with speed
right.
and power, so
Yep.
he's no dummy. I'd be doing the same thing too, except you know, I need 17-year-olds that are
Don't we all?
bolt speed.
And I think he went for an ambitious reverse
2-0.
and caught Pat.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna play a lead on that.
That's why it's 2-0.
He does that well from the right side, but he occasionally catches guys. It's
You notice that James Bamber gave the inside-out serve. He's
3-2.
probably learned that.
2-3.
They
Sorry.
lost the point, but he's probably learning that from Clive.
a good serve. And Clive will take a
2-3.
let and get another hack at a first serve. Advantage Clive for sure.
Down.
And there you go. Look at that.
Yeah,
I saw
except
the
that
serve down
it was
below
a fault.
the service
Was
line.
it? It was
Patrick
pretty
Malloy,
close.
That's
yeah.
down.
Oh,
Second
that-
serve.
Yeah, it was a fault.
Serve was down, Clive.
Like, definitely on the far side because Patrick Malloy saw that. And
It did look like it was on the line, yeah. But that's, yeah, I mean, that's the versatility of Clive's serve. First one was right down the wall, and the second one had him sprinting to the left wall.
And also possibly he's got a scouting report on John Hyett, who
3-0.
his forehand is significantly better than his backhand. So maybe he's
And that up the middle
serving to-
shot went right to his backhand, which
Yep.
Hyett is nowhere
Exactly.
near. That's going to be trouble. Yeah. Anytime you're running back to your
4-3.
backhand like that. And I think he's playing with a singles racket, it looks like to me. I've never seen anybody play with that version of Dunlop.
he potentially will be playing with that, figuring that playing left wall, he's gonna play more of a singles game out there.
And both guys covering everywhere, and neither one got
5-3.
it. Yep. That's Hyatt's ball.
Right, he could have hit.
He was too slow to it, though. Yeah,
he's
Out of
got to
court.
call Patrick off. And
well, he's got to get up there
say,
sooner, so Patrick
well,
doesn't even go for it.
he's also got to call him off and say,
Yeah.
my ball, and
Right.
scream it so that he can come in there and drill it. Okay, the hometown players are
6-3.
getting frustrated with their play here. And
They haven't gotten the ball to the back of the court in a while.
look at that. James Bamber is serving to Hyatt's backhand.
Let's see. Still, I don't think they've hit the back wall in a while. Team Black. Let's see if Malloy gives them a chance. There we go.
Forehand.
That's the first one. Both guys way out of position. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how
7-3.
just the small thing of Clive turning on his forehand gets the Black team all out of sorts.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Well, Clive obviously, people know that he's
down,
so
Clive.
dangerous with his forehand. And
7-3.
I think they respect him too much, give him too much space.
yeah, just open up the court. I mean, I don't know. Their positioning was the Team Black. I don't know where they were running on that last one.
Forehand again.
Not
Well-
up, not up. I saw two bounces.
And I think it was a clean winner, although John's claiming he got it.
We saw it down.
Because Bamber just
8-3.
walked up and
and just chipped it in.
Yeah, chipped it into the nick for a dead winner, so it didn't matter, whether he got it or not. 8-3 for the English team. So Patrick Malloy trying to go up and down the wall with Mr. Leach. Okay, we got. Oh, he had the setup there, and he wanted to feather it into the nick, and that allowed.
Just missed the side wall.
Yeah. Safe play by Patrick Malloy, and he's up there for the.
Patrick's got to be exhausted.
Yeah, it'll take him a few more games of doubles for him to get exhausted. But look how many hits it took for them to win the point.
Coming in.
And it was basically because Clive Leach, I mean, they were way up. They were up 8-3. And he's trying to hit a winner from the back of the court, leaves himself exposed.
Yeah.
And finally, Patrick Malloy sees that opportunity and hits a drop. But you know what? With the experience of Clive Leach, he'll know.
4-9.
Okay, he's up there. I'm not going to do it again. So Malloy and Hyett have really got to work hard for their points. He was there.
Like
10-4 on that one.
Yeah, he was there. He hit the frame. Frustration taking over a local team.
And when Leach hits that drop on his backhand, oh, John slotted across court. There it is. When he hits that drop to Pat, he's not hitting it for a winner. He's just trying to move him up there because both guys are in position. So he just wants him to make a position error.
Yeah, the
pretty smart play.
Exactly. In doubles, you want, whether you're going for a winner or not, you basically just want to move the team around to the point
Get
where
him out of position.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you go for the death stroke.
Woo! Oh, perfect lob.
Nice lob by Patrick Malloy.
Again, covering for John in the front of the court, which is just weird. I mean, John should be up there covering his own side. You know, it's not like he's, Leach's age.
No, Patrick and John are the same age.
And John's hanging way too far back.
6-11.
I actually noticed that when I played him in the played against him in the Briggs Cup. I mean, he was like, almost seemed like with his racket he could touch the back wall, and that's not an exaggeration. He likes to hang back, and you can't do that again. Oh wow, great! I think that's 2 or 3. That
7-11.
Nice stroke.
Yeah,
very
great stroke. Yeah, controlled.
And Patrick's very good at that in his
out of court
single squash. So
second serve. Oily bird. Patrick covering in the front and the back. Great let.
Yes, let.
Those are good.
Yeah, the ball. It was smart play
7-11.
on Patrick Malloy's part because the ball was dying.
Yeah.
He wanted to go up in the air. It's going to be.
You
can't hit a winner. It's going to be completely defensive. And he saw that James Bamber was in his sights, and asked for a let. And
8-11.
Another winner. Another backhand winner. Pulling to 8-11 now, within 3.
James Bamber showing some good experience there. He blasted at Patrick Malloy, and then the next ball is a lob. He's not going to hit the same ball twice.
Oh. I mean, John, did he get to this ball? He did,
Drop
yeah,
shot.
barely.
A reverse off a reverse.
9-11.
He's still so far back.
Right side,
I mean,
side.
Picking that ball off his shoestrings.
I think, that might be a factor of his overall speed in that he wants you to hit that shot, to dare you to hit that shot so he can go up there and take it away from you. But you know, against a pretty good professional team,
Not up.
you know, you're kind of playing with fire, giving
Hand
up too
out.
much position.
12-9.
That was really close to bringing us within 2.
Good run though.
Yep, good run. I think we're checking the ball. Yeah, we're checking the ball.
You can see the good crowd that we have here. Despite the cold,
Still good.
everyone wants to be inside watching squash doubles.
And I guess the ball's okay.
12-9.
It's probably broken inside like all of us.
Yeah, it gets mushy. I think these new batch of balls are just they get a crack on the inside, but they hold their shell.
Good movement here.
Yeah. Leach has them moving every which way.
Yeah, exactly. The local
And he never
team
lets
in
you know
black
if he's going to turn to his forehand or his backhand. Sort of waits the last minute. And Bamber, I think that hit the tin.
Well, he's still serving, so they're appealing.
Oh, the ball again.
Maybe the ball is
And
broken.
we'll keep checking it.
So the rule is, and I know this
So
rule
good.
very well, if the ball is cracked, it must be replaced, not play
13-9.
on until it breaks. It must be replaced if it's cracked.
13-9.
Any crack?
Any crack
I
must
don't
be
think that's
replaced.
true. We play through cracks all the time. What if both teams want to keep playing?
And then you can overrule it.
But
If all four players can, if all four players say, yeah, you know, let's keep going, then you cannot overrule the players.
That's
and you
funny
keep
because
going
the
with
way we
ball.
play it is that if just one team wants to keep going, we
Right
keep
side.
going. But I'm always on the, I always keep it because,
13-10.
you know, as a shooter, I always prefer a slower ball to a brand new ball that's going to be squirting all over the place. The new balls are really, you never
They're
know which way they're going to
unpredictable.
be. Yeah,
Yeah.
they really are.
If you hit it hard into the nick, you're right. They are unpredictable. They could hit the crack and spin out, but
And there's Patrick covering again.
ooh, cross
I
court
mean, is
nick.
it great? But like the fact that Patrick's seeing this before
Hand out.
John is.
11-13.
Yeah, I think the reason is that James Bamber, whether he's doing it intentionally or not, is screening John Hyett to the point where John Hyett can't see it. So what you have to do in that point, you got to move up to see the opponent hitting it.
And there's the classic Leach. Perfect. Oh, and Bamber fires it into the tin.
And he's claiming
I mean, I thought
he's
it was
appealing the get
Fires
by
it into the
up.
Malloy.
Yeah.
12-13.
He's going for the front side nick.
So now we're within
kind
a
of
point.
risky because it was 13-11 at that point for Leach and Bamber. Very risky shot because if you miss it and it pops up, Patrick Malloy is right there to play it anyway. So your margin of error is very low, especially with that score. There we go. John Hyett has lobbed it up. Trouble because Clive. Ooh.
Oh, and there's some injection of
good,
pace.
good defense by Malloy and Hyett.
Yes, let.
And a soft
12-13.
let, but a let nonetheless, I guess.
Right. Yeah, Patrick wants to volley that, and you know anything can happen at the back of the court. Could hit the nick or catch a crack and spin out.
Whoa!
There we go. So James Bamber, when he
Fires
hits that
it.
cross court,
That's
13 off.
amazing. Full frame winner. Full frame winner.
very fortunate for the home team. 13 all. And the crowd is
Patrick's
buzzing
doing a lot of. I
because
feel like Patrick's hitting 90% of the balls. He's playing. He's covering the bows. He's covering the deep ball.
he doesn't mind that because he plays in the Massachusetts Open with Sandy Tierney, who's now 64. They haven't won
Look
it
at
in
him, he's
recent
going for
memory,
it.
but they've won
like
it
a
several
pro-am.
times before. Yeah, exactly.
It's like a pro-am. Oh, and John finds the crack, and now we got game ball.
That's the whole, you want John to step up there and crack it hard.
14-13,
Yeah,
game ball.
and that was the right spot finally.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if he can't do that, then if Patrick can take it and play defensively, then you've got a pretty good game plan.
And everyone's quiet watching this one. Ooh, 14-all, game ball, match ball.
I think Patrick was thinking that James was going
14-all, game ball, match ball.
James mishit it and threw him a changeup. Okay, 14-all, so
hold on,
match point and game point.
Hey.
John Hyett urging his fellow members to get
Malloy,
involved.
I got you serving on the right now.
Besides his wife.
Did you serve that?
Checking the ball.
All right.
I think Patrick just sees some air. He's been doing a lot of running.
You know what? They're coming in. And
they're coming in, so they're going to go to John.
They're going to go to John Hyett.
And
so
Leach.
Roll corner.
Look at that. Wide up. Look at where John's standing, though. I mean,
yeah,
where is he standing?
But that's Patrick's ball.
Yeah.
If he goes short, he's got to cover that because
that's true. But
yeah,
that's pretty bad position. That's pretty far back.
Close, but no cigar for the home team. So thank you, Hamad.
Yeah, it was
very good luck in the Pro-Am.
Thank you.
And
we'll
thank you to all the technical staff, Justin. And good night from the SDA Professional Doubles in Boston. And we'll be back tomorrow night. And I'll be here for the finals on Sunday midday. Men's and women's finals. See you soon. Andrew Slater signing off.